What's up, Dean? What's up? What's up? How we doing? Messing with something real quick. Hang on one second. OBS is messing up over here. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. What's everybody doing? Been in short since yesterday morning. Should you stay? I don't think that's possible unless you're trading personal capital. You would have gotten your account flagged for holding past hours. Unless I'm tripping. I know the firms that I trade don't let you trade like that. Gotta check the Discord, man. Scheduled economic news. Gotta check the news every day. Autocorrect there, Brian. Actually bullish today, surprisingly. Long from the breaker. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Take that off. The cycle has stayed true. Yesterday was bearish. Day before that was bullish. Day before that was bearish. So it's literally been doing that. So part of the reason I'm bullish today, I think we got some potential for some good news coming from potential for some of these trade deals. We'll see though. I don't know that for sure, but I'm optimistic. But yeah, I had that set up there. That was beautiful. We'll see. We'll definitely see. We're gonna stay patient. If you guys are in the Discord, you'll see. You saw what I posted about being undisciplined and paying the price for it after I got off the stream yesterday around like 1:30. So lesson learned again, and we're gonna try to do better today. Stick to our rules and be patient. Wait for those A+ setups. If we don't get a trade, we don't take a trade, and we're not going to force anything. New rule implemented. It's super soft, dude. It's super soft. New rule that I'm implementing for myself is once I get off the stream and I close the charts to go eat lunch, I'm not checking them again for the rest of the day. Otherwise, might talk myself into a trade like I did yesterday. So not doing that anymore. If I don't get it in the time period in which I'm streaming to you guys, I'm not going to take a trade. What's up, Zach? Change the name, man. You're bearish, Tristan? Yeah, I mean, I could understand that. I'm bullish mostly because of the trend that we've been following of, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. And obviously this is not a, you should not use this as like the only confirmation for your bias, but yesterday we were bearish. Day before that we were bullish. Day before that we were bearish. Day before that we were bullish. Day before that we were bearish. Day before that we were bullish. Day before that we were bearish. You see what I'm saying? So yesterday we were bearish. I'm thinking if the trend continues the way it has, we'd be bearish. But we just had what was it, CPI news that came in, kind of contradicted the or PPI came in that contradicted the CPI that came in earlier in the week. So it's kind of interesting. We'll see what happens. Bullish would be the trend. You see how yesterday we were bearish? Day before that, bullish. Day before that, bearish. Day before that, bullish. Day before that, bearish. I know that's not an exact science, but that is the trend that we've been following. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. We're going to be patient. That news kind of threw off my my charting a little bit, so I'm going to rechart some of this stuff real quick while we're being patient. Thursday, 6, boom. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Oh, shit. Anybody trade that news? No, I didn't, Steve. No, I didn't. No, I said bullish. I said, but we'll see, because yesterday we were bearish. But we'll see. It was bearish in the AM and then bullish in the PM yesterday, so we'll see. It's like I said, it's not an exact science. I'm sure that's not, the most scientific way to base a bias, but that is the pattern that we've been following. So we shall see. There we go. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. Yeah, this is in queue. Everything down today. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm going to be super patient and just take what the market gives me. Yeah, Zach, you see what I'm talking about. I mean, it's pretty set. I mean, like you said. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Sorry. Why, Dean? Why'd you say sorry? What it's that indicator, ICT? It's the kill zone. You talking about the kill zone indicator? It just shows the sessions, the highs and the lows of the sessions. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, KB. We'll see. That pre-market was a reaction to the PPI news, which is interesting. It's really actually interesting. It was counter to the CPI that we had gotten earlier in the week. So we'll see what the market wants to do. Yeah, PPI typically trends in the same direction as CPI, but not always. I mean, it's not a guaranteed thing, but it typically does. So basically, the CPI coming in, the results that we got, from my understanding, and again, I'm still in college studying economics, so somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The lower than forecasted CPI number indicated inflation was slowing, or at least not going up, and then the PPI numbers today indicated the opposite to a certain extent. So kind of contradictory. What you even supposed to look for after this? It's a good question, man. So you're waiting for it to fill the FEG? I'm not waiting for it to fill anything. I'm waiting to see. I'm trying to get an idea of direction here. Typically, or sometimes, when we get a big move down like this and then it stops, it'll go back up. And then other times it'll just continue lower. So we're waiting to kind of get a clear indication of what the market wants to do. We got 5 minutes till the market opens. I don't know, man. You said you think the CPI numbers were fake. I don't know. There's a lot of individual companies and corporations who, I mean, they report their numbers and things. There hasn't been any sign really that the tariffs have increased the price of goods. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think people have a hard time separating the politics from the raw data because they want the numbers to bear a certain thing in order to confirm their political bias. So it's hard to get a really unbiased point of view sometimes on these numbers, unfortunately. America, you're always coming in here with the stock tips, man. You got somebody on the inside? What's up, Nora? Delta, I don't know, man. We're waiting to get an indication. Market opens here in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. I don't have a top step code. Zach, we're waiting to see, man. Market opens here in 3 minutes, so we're going to get an idea of the direction. We're just going to take what market gives us. I'm not going to try to predict. We're going to try to react. What was the company, Tristan? Smoothie and Easy. There you go. Zach, when I was watching PJ, you've heard me talk about ChristianTrades. When I'd be in his streams, when I was learning from him, we'd just be super patient watching price, and I'd always joke, it's time for my beef and rice. I'd have a big bowl of beef and rice and just be sitting there mowing down while listening to him. So smoothie and chill is a good move too. Did you have eggs with a side of eggs? Not today, Nora. Not today. I will later, though. Yeah, Vic. Yep. It doesn't give me these lines. It gives me the levels, and then I put the lines in myself. Jabil Inc. I'm going to check that out. And appreciate the gift, man. Nah, I don't. I use stainless steel. You didn't listen to him? Oh no. I don't believe you can on Top Step. Top Step is not very good for charting, man. Um, if you're using Top Step, I'd recommend charting on TradingView and executing on Top Step if that's what you're doing. I'm telling you, bro, this drink gives me the perfect, puts me in a good mood. It's the magnesium, man. Magnesium is super underrated. Battlefield 6 today, by the way, guys. For any gamers in the chat. This is NASDAQ futures. Apex today, by the way, guys. Maybe. Definitely hopping on the Battlefield first. Appreciate the gifts. Blocked. All right, market open here in 15 seconds. Yeah, ES was definitely leading this morning. It swept Asia and then continued higher, and NQ did not. This is a long time before this market move here, but we'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on both. I have both of them charted out. What is that? Is that right? Yeah, it's just not in the right spot. There we go. I'm anal about having all this look nice and clean. Spammer. All right, no real heavy moves there. Market open. Jay, the indicators, this one. What's up, good crew? All right, have a good day at work. Not sure, Victor. We're going to see. I'd say bullish, but we're going to find out. This is a 15-minute chart here. Certified, no, man. There's a lot of different things we look for. I like to see a clear, concise setup before I enter a trade. I don't just kind of wing it the way some people do. I look for clear movements, break of structure, change in state of delivery, inversion of a gap, delivery out of a high time frame, PD array. News was at 8:30 Eastern time this morning. It already happened. What up? What up? Good morning. Yeah, that's what the drop was. Yeah. Yeah, Alex. Trump speaking at 1, right? Yeah. 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, he did. 11:15 yesterday. Talking about the Kennedy Center. I don't know what he's talking about today. He must have full ported that news at 8:30 there, Hunter. Is that what you did? Is that today, Ernest? Is the Putin talk today? I thought that was tomorrow or this weekend. Okay, that's gonna be big then. 3 funded accounts. Some firms don't allow you to trade news, man. Apex does. I know Top Step, or not Top Step. Take Profit Trader does not. Yeah, they'll deny your payout for that or close your account. Yeah, Apex does. Yeah. I've learned to stay out of a position when he's talking, man. Sometimes it works out for the best, sometimes it doesn't, and I'd rather not even take the chance. It's a gamble. Clark, I'm not 100% sure. I want to say no, but you might want to check their frequently asked questions page and find that out. I should have it on there. No, I'm actually bullish today. Um, we'll see though. Just take what the market gives us here. What makes you think we're going down there? That that gap you're talking? What's your uh, what's your draw there, Logan? What's up, Judah? Yeah, I see what you're thinking. I'd be surprised if we push that low, given how low we've already pushed. Uh, but we'll see. I mean, like I said, we're just going to react to what the market gives us here. The downtrend was simply because of that news, man. That 8:30 news caused this massive dip. We took out a bunch of liquidity down here on the way down. Now it looks like we're pushing up. Appreciate that, Ant. This is the hardest part of trading is just being patient and not FOMOing into a trade, not allowing your boredom to get the best of you. I'm using Apex and Take Profit. Today I'm trading my Take Profit accounts. Take Profit today. Yeah, it's been a pretty good week, Matt. We're up a decent amount. So yeah, it's been a good week. Bouncing off that 4-hour mid. Nice, Jay. Yeah, I think wasn't somebody in the Discord. I'm 1K away from passing my TPT account, but after market pushed up, I don't know if I want to take any chances and trade today. Ja, hey man, you got to trust your gut. You know, if you don't feel comfortable taking a trade, don't take one. Yeah, you're so close, man. Yeah, Jay, I think wasn't somebody in the Discord saying that they were about to take a short, and it was like 30 minutes before that news hit. I wonder if they were holding through the news. Discord links in the bio there, or in the chat right there, Matt. I'll pin the comment for you. Nice, Trace. Very nice. P&L for the week, I think we're up 4 or 5 grand, something like that. Maybe a little more. I can't remember. I'd have to check. Uh, 2.5 years, Ruben. And Trump does speak at 1. You could, man, but that's not really the only confluent. Like, if that's the only reason you're taking the long, that's not a. Discord's free, man. Discord's free. If that's the only reason you're taking the long, I don't think that's a good reason to jump into a trade. Just if you're just using one idea, like, hey, I think it's going to fill this gap, so therefore I'm going to take a trade. I think you need more confluences than that. It's not invalid. Just you got to open it in the browser here. I put the link in the chat, man. Links in the chat. Yeah, I mean, if that's what if you're going on, again, I don't sit here and like preach that my way of doing things is the only way. So if your strategy, if taking a long was in line with what your strategy is, then by all means, I think that's a good idea. I'm bullish on the day, so I'm looking for a good place to actually get in. Typically, what I would have wanted was a sweep of those lows, a clear, a clear setup, but with the print being what it was with PPI, I wasn't convinced that we weren't going to continue to go lower. Yeah, I am a Christian. No, I don't trade stocks like that. Trade futures. Why are you Christian? Because Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, man. No one gets to the Father but through him. Apex is good. How long did it take for you to become a profitable trader? I don't sit here and I don't know that I can necessarily make the claim or claim the title of profitable trader. I've only been taking payouts this is the 4th month. So I think you need to be taking consistent payouts for at least 6 months or so until you can consider yourself to be profitable. Plenty of people take payouts and then all of a sudden they don't take another payout for a year or more. That's awesome, Ja. Love that, man. I love that. Love hearing that. Slade, the link's in the chat. Or Slade. Love that, Ant. Ethan, that's a great place to be, man. That's what I recommend. I recommend going through the YouTube education stuff that you can find. Personally, I recommend the ICT 2022 mentorship. I like the ChristianTrades page, and he has a series called Foundation. I like that series too. And then once you've started getting an idea of the general concepts, mess around on TradingView paper trading. I think you're doing exactly the right thing. Potentially, Joey. Potentially. I think we're bullish on the day, though. El Rufus du Sol. What do you want to know about it? It's different for each firm. Apex, you got to pass an eval. Then you activate the funded account. You pay a fee, activate the funded. Then you have to reach a buffer. For the 50K account, it's 2,600 is the buffer. So after you reach 2,600 in profit, everything you make beyond that, you can withdraw. The maximum withdrawal for the first 5 payouts is $2,000. You can only take a payout every 8 days. You can't make more than 30% of your total payout in a single day. What else? I think that's it, basically. The way I like to do it is just shoot for $250 a day. If you do that for 8 days, you're abiding by the consistency rule, and you're able to take a max payout after you've reached the buffer. From the time you activate your funded to the time you take a max payout, it's something like 20 days if you're just doing $250 a day. Yeah, Clark, you got to pay attention to that. Definitely have to pay attention to that. That gets a lot of people. It got me when I first started trading. Well, if you're taking a max payout of 2K, whatever 30 what's 30% of 2,000? Not great with math. Yeah, so you don't want to earn more than 600 in a day. I'm bullish, Jay. I'm bullish. No, no, no. We have not. You will know when I'm in a trade. You will see it on the screen. You'll also see it where it says dollar open PL. That number will either be green or red. Hopefully green. If I'm not in a trade and I've already taken a trade, that number on the right where it says dollar total PL, that'll either be red or green, indicating that I either won or lost the trade that I was previously in. Jay, I'm still bullish, man. I'm bullish. Try to take a quick scalp here. A little 160 right there. Yeah, I think we're going to invert this gap right here, this 5, in the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and then we just keep going. We just roll. Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, a sec. My mom's texting me. I'm 200 away from passing 4 more Apex evals, and if I do that, I'll be up to 12. I'm wanting that 20 total by the end of the month, man. I'm shooting for it hard. I'm waiting on a retest of the 15. Yeah, it's kind of just pushing straight up here. I'm looking at the 5 minute on the trading view and the 1 minute, and it's just a piss missile straight up. Yeah, good crew. I feel like that's just. I already have 5 TPT accounts, and I'm wanting the 20 Apex accounts on top of that, so I can take daily payouts from the TPT and then take a max payout every 8 days on the apex. That's the goal. Yeah, strong rejection. My TradingView account is signed into my Apex account, so let me change that real quick so that you guys are, that the P&L on the screen matches the trade that I'm in. Hang on. Turn that off for 2 seconds. There we go. Here we go. Boom. Take Profit Trader, Ernest. It's a prop firm. Bullish on the day, Santi. Sorry, just joined. Can you outline which 15-minute level you're waiting for a retest and why? I'm not waiting for a retest. I'm really just, to be honest with you, I'm not sure exactly what to trade with this chart looking the way that it is. Typically, I'd look for a sweep of a major level and a setup to associate with that. But with the way this is, just a strong dip down. We took out London, Asia, previous New York PM low, and now we're just pushing higher. Maybe a retest of this 5 down here and a continuation long, but that's a pretty strong rejection right there. I wish I had Bookmap working so that I could see what kind of orders are stacked up. If anybody's using Bookmap right now and can give us an idea of what you're seeing, that'd be amazing. This is the 830 right here, man. This is the PPI print. Yeah, data high right here, 830. I appreciate the follows and the gifts. You guys are awesome for that. Yeah, James, this is futures. This is NASDAQ futures right here. Touched into that 4 right here, 4 minute. I trade minis or micros on my fundeds and minis on my evals. I'm waiting L&D high sweep and to see opening at ES. Agree. I don't know what L&D is, to be honest. London high sweep. Yeah, I mean London high is New York AM high. I turned my algo on a little or my indicator on a little early. Starts at 8:30. It's typically when the algo, around the time the algo turns on. But yeah, I mean I think that we push up. That's the 1 hour gap that we're trading into that we're gonna have to push off of, or push through, I should say. 2 hour gap is what we're rejecting on right now. We shall see. Patience, patience. You short, Micah? Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see a retest and then a push higher, but we tapped into the 4 minute right there. There's a 4 minute gap. I know it's kind of a weird time frame. Tristan is the one that showed me that. It's weird how price does seem to react off the 4 minute. But there's a 4 minute right there that we tapped into just before the 5. We're also in a pretty strong 4 minute inversion right here. What's up, Luca? I'm using the 50K accounts. I always use 50K accounts. Yeah, 50Ks are what I use. It's going good, man. How's it going for you? Ja, you didn't follow me before, or is that a different Ja? Yeah, Edo. This is the indicator I use. If you're in the Discord, all of my... Oh, okay. We got a different Ja in here. All of my indicators and settings are in the Discord. Discord link's right there in the chat. You long, Alex? Off of that? I'm not sure if you can trade gold on Trade-Evade. Can on TradingView. Nah, no entry delta. You're long, Tristan? Nice. Alex, I'm not in a trade. Based on the cycle that we've been in, to be honest, I know that's not the greatest reason to be bullish, but there's a cycle, a trend that we've been following of one day we're bearish, one day we're bullish, one day we're bearish, one day we're bullish. Yesterday we were bearish. Day before that we were bullish. Day before that we were bearish. So it's kind of been following that trend pretty pretty religiously, to be honest. It's interesting how price just kind of died off here. Sorry, I'm locked in on the order book trying to figure out what it is that price wants to do here. It's kind of interesting. It's just spamming it. Yeah, you gotta quit spamming that in the chat, man. I've explained this to you yesterday. I'm being as nice as I can be. I explained this to you yesterday. We wait for a setup. Typically, it comes from a sweep of a major liquidity, and we like to see a change in the state of delivery, break a structure. Those are some of the key components for a setup that we look for. So we don't take a trade in the middle of the range like this. Sometimes we'll take a continuation long if we're getting a retest and a rejection off of a fair value gap like this. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. That's why I was locked into the order book, Tristan. I was watching that. It's kind of interesting. There's a real disagreement right now about price. Jay, that's funny you said that. My girl and I were having a pretty spirited conversation about that either yesterday or the day before yesterday. It does seem that these setups, the pre-market has given us great follow-through, which is interesting. But during our sessions, when we have these setups that typically have a high win rate, lately they have not been following through. So it's kind of interesting. Any self-discipline advice? Man, it's so hard. It's so hard, Caden. It's just one of those things that you just got to keep practicing. It's like you just got to do it to get better at it. I know that's probably not the best advice, but I'm still struggling with it personally, man. So if you have any advice for me, I'm all ears. 2.5 years in, and I still struggle with it. Yeah, she does. Yeah, I think prayer helps. I think words of affirmation definitely help. Like the more confident you are that your trading setups work, I think the less likely you are to just hop into a random trade because you're excited to look for your setup specifically and not take unnecessary risks. Write your rules down and read them before you start. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jay. I was having that conversation the day before yesterday. It does seem lately like that has been an issue. But we've also had some great follow-through pre-market. You know, I posted a video last night that wasn't pre-market. That was last Thursday and Friday. We had 2 solid days where our setup just played out perfectly. So, you know, if we can get those consistently, appreciate that, Josh. Yeah, that is good risk management. Patience is huge, man. Why did it dump before? This was 8:30 news, man. This was PPI was released. This is the print from the news, that the economic news that was scheduled. You got to always check the Forex calendar or the economic calendar. I use forexfactory.com, but make sure you're aware of whatever economic news is scheduled for the day. It was so. I think if that, Michael, the way that it typically works, it is interesting because let's see if I can explain it. Um, so CPI was on what, Monday or Tuesday, and the lower, if the CPI comes in lower, that typically means that inflation has either not gone up or it's gone down. And I think when PPI comes in, typically it follows CPI. They're usually in step with each other, but not in today's print. It was almost the exact opposite of what the CPI numbers were, which would indicate that potentially that inflation hasn't stalled and that it maybe is going up. So they were contradictory numbers. So I think that's why you saw this big dip. 0.9% higher than actually it was 0.7% higher than what it was forecast to be. Josh, I'd rather stick to my rules and take a loss than break my rules and get a win, because I know in the long run, the rules work and they will bear out in a positive way in the long run. When you get a positive result from breaking your rules, it's negative. It's reinforcement of negativity, and I don't think that's good. I really don't. I think if you squeak out a win when you broke your rules, that it does something negative to your brain where it makes it okay to break the rules in the future, and I don't like that. Yeah, it's not sustainable. What am I seeing here? PB Golf. I don't know, man. These are interesting wicks. This is the 5-minute chart. You got a wick high here touching into this inversion, then a wick low touching into this fair value gap. You know, it seems like the market is really indecisive at the moment. So right now I'm just hands off, man. ES swept the high, NQ hasn't. Okay. Yeah, ES was leading pre-market again. You talking about up here, Andrew? This is ES right here. We're pretty much. Oh, you're talking about that SMT? Talking about right here. Pretty strong SMT right there. Usually means like this SMT right here. You could take it as meaning that the price is about to go down. Um, it's not a 100% accurate confluence, but you use it in conjunction with other indications, other confluences to get an idea of price, where it wants to go. Typically NQ leads during the New York AM session, but pre-market ES was leading. ES swept Asia and then continued higher, and if you looked at NQ at the time, it did not sweep. So I wouldn't want to trade this. I hope no one. What's up, man? I hope no one's jumping into this, because this premium of this range right here, and there's really, I mean, unless somebody's seeing something that I don't, there's really no indication which direction price wants to go. Uh, so I took a quick. I haven't taken an actual trade. I took a quick scalp because I needed to have a $50 profit trading day on an account to qualify for a payout soon. But that wasn't a thought out trade. That was just something to be able to check a box for my Apex account. Yeah, I think the best thing to do right here for everybody is just to be patient. Just be super patient. I appreciate that, Caden. Appreciate that, man. Hope you have a good day. He's speaking at 1. Isn't that right, Jay? Speaking at 1. Yeah. Full TP was data high. You trailing your stops? Make sure you're trailing. Where was the accumulation, PB? You talking about maybe that on the 1 minute? Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it could be, Jay. It could be. I think the contradictory numbers of PPI and CPI, even the print today was a little interesting. We had, I don't know. Maybe I need to be. It's a good thing I'm in school studying economics because maybe I can start to understand this stuff a little more. But you had unemployment claims were down. PPI was better than expected, but then CPI showed that the inflation was cooling off. So I don't know. Really, I need to better educate myself, I guess. Yeah, Vic, I'm in school right now. Class starts back on Monday, man. There's plenty of YouTube accounts that'll be carrying his speech. I'm sure most news uh, outlets will be covering it too. Michael, here's the link in the chat. What am I studying? I'm studying economics. How do I trade with school? Wake up super early, man. Trade London. You think we'll continue lower? Okay. Yeah, I've only had to do that for a brief period, man. Um, I will stream. I will be streaming it I'm waiting to see. To be honest, my first class doesn't start till 11:15. That's my earliest class, and that's only on uh, Mondays, I think. So I should be able to stream normally for the other times. Actually, I should be able to stream normally altogether, but I'll just have to be off pretty quickly. I'll only stream for like an hour. I might start early. Might start at like 8 and then stream until 10:30 or so. I'm gonna play it by ear. I'm 16, learning to trade already for 6 months. That's amazing, man. I wish I had started when I was that young. Hit my stop by 1 tick. Damn. Hey, you should have been using your 4 minute, bro, that you showed me. I got the 4 minute here. You could have put stops just below the 4 minute gap that we touched into, or maybe even at the CE of the gap. Way too much risk for down there. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I didn't know where your entry was. I didn't know if you had taken an entry on the 4 minute on this touchback. How do you set your TP to an even number? You just put if you're long, you just put a sell order in for however many contracts you're in. the 2 minute, 9:36. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a pretty long stop. Appreciate the gifts. Appreciate that. This is in queue. If I'm trading an eval, I'll trade anything from 1 to 3, 1 to 4 minis. If I'm on funded, I'll trade 1 micro for every 500 of drawdown that I have. Trying to see where these orders are stacked up. We'll see where this wants to go. Love from Italy. Appreciate that, man. I'm 32, Will. Onk years old. When did that term start becoming popular? Onk. I feel like that's a relatively new thing. Yeah, we inverted this 5. Eight minutes until the 15 closes. If you're Unc, I'm Gramps. I guess, man. I don't feel like 32 is that old, but it seems like there's a really young crowd in the trading community. The gym community was the same way, is the same way. When I was posting a lot of gym content, I've made that observation. It seems like there's a big crossover between the demographics of the gym community and the trading community. Chase, it's just the how the sizes are denoted. Lots are for Forex and contracts are futures. This is the 5 minute right here. Man, I haven't heard this song in so long. Schoolboy Q. Is it Florida? Florida has no state capital gains tax. Florida, Alaska, Nevada, South Dakota, Texas, Wyoming. It's still taxed. There's still a federal capital gains tax you got to pay, I believe. Yeah. Why don't you put music on? I used to, man. And then TikTok would flag my lives, and I'd only have like 5 people in here because it wouldn't push my video to the For You page. What's up, Spino? Yeah, I would love to play music for you guys, but I don't want to take the chance of them flagging it again. I'm just sitting on my hands, Ange. This 15-minute inversion's causing some resistance right here. Can't forget about this 1 hour we got resting above us here. This structure is just not, it's not ideal for me. I mean, I'm sure some people are doing all right in it, but for my rookie brain, I'm having a hard time figuring out something to trade in this. Sing for us? You don't want that. I'm still bullish. Steve, I was bullish pre-market, man. This was just off of the print here. Based on the cyclical nature of the market, today would be ideal for a bullish day. That's why I was bullish. So this print right here, you can't allow that to completely dictate your bias. I also can't allow my pre-market bias to completely dictate what I'm thinking either. You got to be dynamic and able to adjust based on what price actually does. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, no doubt. And just to be clear, I want to. I've said this before. I want to make sure I say it again. Just because I have an idea about something, I'm not arrogant enough to be thinking that I'm definitely right and whoever disagrees is wrong. I like hearing other people's ideas because the more eyes you have on this, sometimes you see things that you know that you didn't see, and somebody else calls it out to you. So I love hearing other people's thinking. So I do appreciate your analysis, Stephen. Definitely happy being patient. Psychology been off, and I have 300 before blowing my combine. It's good to be patient, man. It's good to be patient. People, I think the best thing that helped me was realizing that I don't have to take a trade. For a long period of time, I felt like every single day I had to take a trade. I had to find something to trade. I don't do that anymore. If I can have a day where I don't take a trade, that's perfectly fine. There's plenty of days where I've had massive profits where it's like, you know, those are the days that we look for. I'm not necessarily like home runs, but if you have consistent base hits and days that you don't take trades when PA isn't in your favor, you're going to benefit from that in the long run. I appreciate the follows, guys. Appreciate that a lot. We're almost at 12,000 followers. Holy cow. How do you create tag presets for so what I do is I use the rectangle tool. I enter the, whatever it is that I'm marking, make sure that your texts are where you want them and your background is the color you want. And then you can go to template and hit save as, and then save it however you want. I'm not a huge NFL fan, and I watch games when they're on, but I'm not like avid. Hockey's my thing that I'm into. Never played it growing up. I was a big baseball guy, but the action in hockey, man, I can't get enough of it. I'm 6'5". No, this is in queue. We'll see how it reacts off this 1 hour here. Just swept the high right there. This is, if we were going to get a reversal or a move back down, I think this would be where it would happen. Should be following basketball instead of trading. I watch college basketball. Lately, I've actually been getting more interested, believe it or not, in WNBA and in the NBA, man. For many years, I couldn't watch it. I used to watch it when, believe it or not, I'm old enough to remember watching Jordan play when he was with the Bulls. 96, 97. That was prime, man. I remember my dad and I used to watch that a lot. If you had an entry on the 4 minute on your screen, would have been like 40 points. You talking about this touchback right here? Yeah, I thought Tristan was long off of that. He's usually good at spotting those 4 minute moves. I'm 32, Dean. 32. So I was young, but I remember it. This isn't a brokerage app. This is TradingView. It's a charting website. Oh yeah, you on. Where is that term coming from, man? I swear. No, you're good, man. This is NASDAQ futures. This is NASDAQ futures. Yeah, it's my settings. One tick of doom. That sucks, dude. I hate that for you. Did you get stopped for a loss, or were you break even on that? Freest shorts ever. Hey, full port, man. Tell us how it goes. Look at your IG story. I'll check it. Damn it, Bobby. That sucks, man. That really sucks. No, Christian, we haven't. We haven't. Took a small scalp on my Apex account, but I just needed to get at least a $50 profit to qualify as a trading day for a payout that I'm trying to take soon. But I don't count that as a trade. That was just a quick boom, boom, in and out. Man, this is the 5 minute. It's also on the 15 minute. Maybe on the 30 minute. You got a 45 minute right there. So pretty much anything under 1 hour, this gap is going to be there. No, Jay. It's another rule. Where is Isaiah in here? Isaiah, he's usually my monitor for that. If I have an established bias that is showing to be correct, and then I trade against it, he's pretty good at calling me out on that. It doesn't turn out for the best for me. Maybe it works for other people, but counter trend trading, or at least counter to my established trend, is not ideal. It's cost me way more than I've gained from it. What was your confluence, Augustine? Is it Augustin or Augustine? Inverted that little 5 up there. It's interesting. Augustine. Okay, gotcha. That's what I thought, but I didn't see an E on the end, so I wasn't sure how to pronounce it. I hope that long works out for you. I'm not convinced. This 1 hour gap right here is, I want to see how we react. Is 5 minute inversions actually holding? Bias 5 minute. Yeah, okay. Pete, I haven't noticed that. Is that something you've noticed? That's interesting if that's true. I haven't. That's not a pattern that I've picked up on. Interesting. QQQ calls targeting previous day highs in my runner. Okay. I'm not familiar with options, man. My buddy was messaging me yesterday about that. David, if you're in here, we were having a conversation about that. I got a lot of things on my list that I need to educate myself on. Options are one of them. Yeah, QQQ is the Dow, right? Is QQQ the Dow? Or is it NQ? It is NASDAQ? Okay. It's just the options part of NASDAQ? Gotcha. Yeah, I'm completely unfamiliar with the options world. Were you looking for longs or shorts today? I'm bullish. I'm bullish. So I'm really, I'd like to be as transparent as I can, man. I don't hold myself out to be an expert at any of this stuff. I know it. I've been doing it 2.5 years. I know it well enough to be dangerous. I know enough to be dangerous, but in this type of market structure, in this setup right here, I'm hard pressed to find some sort of entry that I'm interested in that gives me enough confidence to take a long. We're bouncing in just barely at the CE of this 1 hour bearish gap right here. We're delivering out of a 45. There's a 45-minute inversion right here. We're pushing into a 45-minute bearish gap that overlaps with this 1 hour. I mean, it's just, to me, I'm like, what am I actually looking for here? And it's hard to tell. Yeah, there's a 45-minute. Yeah, right there. This is the 45-minute chart. See how it says it on the back right here, 45? It's the 2 hour. So this is the 45. It was created right here and then inverted right here. See, now we're just pushing through this. We're pushing towards all-time highs here. This 1 hour closes in 19 minutes. I like bouncing around, man. I like looking at them all. Sometimes there's little hidden gems. Are you short, Steven? Okay. Yep. You long off of the close of the 15 or the 5. Off the 15. Okay. I'd move. If I was in off that 15 closure right there, I'd have my stops right below this candle wick. Just because this 1 hour would be haunting me. Mostly YouTube, and then I learned a lot from a guy named ChristianTrades. PJ helped me out a lot. Yeah, I agree, Dean. It is cool. Oh, okay. I got you. Nah, PJ's he's got a free side of his Discord and he's got a paid side. I was in the paid side. It's 100 a month. What, Carlos? What do you? I would ask you. I'll ask you a question. What are you seeing that would indicate a short to you? Yeah, Pierre. I definitely think it was. I think that was actually a deal. Johnny Sins. Hey, everybody sees something different, man. They could be right. I personally am not in the camp of thinking short right here, but yeah, it is. It is interesting. I'm bullish still. I have no reason to believe that we're short here. Very nice, Trace. Very nice. What was your entry? Hey, man, it's I like hearing different points of view. I'm not trying to be diplomatic. I really do. I like sometimes there's something I haven't noticed or I haven't seen because I'm watching chat and trying to be responsive. We had a time, if Jay's still in here, we had a time when he saw a perfect setup that I had missed, and we jumped into it. He called it out, and we ended up making a bunch of money off of that. So, I mean, it happens, man. Sometimes people see things that I don't. Trace, what was your entry on that long? Yeah, Trump's at 1. Just inverted this little 15 inside of this 1 hour. Full porting all my emails. Are you tilting right now, Tristan? You tilting on me, bro? Oh, okay. It's tough, man. That's my fair value gap indicator. Yeah, I can see that would drive me nuts, man. That was literally 1 tick. Number for all-time highs. $24 68.50. Little push through that 1 hour right there. Imagine Scrooge McDuck puts 10 million. What? Dean, you're funny, man. Yeah, this 1 hour is interesting. I like the Braves, man. I think the Braves are fun to watch. Used to watch the Giants. I had a brother that played. He played for the Giants and then played for the Mariners and then played for Washington for a while. He doesn't play anymore, though. Just join what was your bias. I'm bullish, man. If I full port an eval with 3 minis, I'd be up 15 right now. Nah, he's an outfielder. Yeah, Steve, I'm with you, man. Delta, are you signal botting? How do you pass it faster? Repeat. Funded for sure first. Yeah, respect your rules. Don't overtrade. Don't over leverage. Those are pretty important things. It's interesting how we pushed up above that and then just kind of fell back. Does he tech beginners? Teach? Yeah, I've gotten payouts. Sorry. Does he teach beginners? Is that what you're asking? I mean, he has a bunch of educational stuff. He doesn't do one-on-ones in there, but yeah, he teaches educational stuff. You said the 2-minute inverse? Yeah. We'll see if it respects that. Yee yeet. See you, whiskey. What is this crap in my ear? Yeah, we kind of stalled out right here. Appreciate those follows. Appreciate that a lot. This 5 minutes interesting. Very weird PA. Yeah, Pierre, I do. Yeah, very weird PA. Sawyer, yeah, I'd get off if you're up. No reason to get back those profits that you got. Yeah, Jew, smart man. I like the discipline. Some dude with one confluence press buy today. He's printing. Hey, that won't work in the long run. Which tap you looking for? Gotcha. Did I learn a lot from PJ? Is that what you're asking? How do you fast forward? Patience, young Padawan. Yeah, remember this trading business is a marathon, man, not a sprint. This is very interesting, PA. Was anybody really trading this? I think if you're trading this, I think you actually have dopamine addiction. Because I can't see. I mean, if you're looking at the order book, you're seeing what I'm seeing here. This is there's no clear direction where price wants to go. Yeah, if you're scalping, I can understand that. But if you're trading, like you're looking for a large move. I don't. I do too, man. I do too. But I gotta. I can't justify trading this. Yeah, it just inverted this 5 right here. I'm looking at the DOM. Two-minute at the top. Talking about shortening it off of that. I'm off for the day. PA is weird. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Smart. I'm not currently using Top Step, no. Hey guys, just to let you know, because I just was looking at my DMs. Um, this is my only account, and I will never DM you first unless I've explicitly said, "Hey, I'm going to send you something once I get off the stream," which is very rare. So if you're getting DMs asking you questions or trying to sell you something or any of that, it's scam. It's a spam account, whatever. Report that crap and don't fall for it. It's not me. I'll never reach out to you. I'll never try to sell you anything. That's not me. There's several accounts out there pretending to be me and trying to scam people. So don't fall for that crap. Yeah, not me. This is the 5-minute time frame here. Yep, can do that. Is that enough? All right, Steven. Take it easy, man. Yeah, this is doo doo. Unfortunately, after the stream, I did take a stupid trade. I'll actually talk about that real quick because I'm hoping no one's trading this right here. It was at 125 yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday, right? Yeah. So what I saw yesterday at 125 As soon as this populates on the 5. $125. So, yep, I can see it right here. So we inverted this 5, and that's where I entered, not taking into account that we had this 5 here that we had previously rejected on. I was just being stupid, not following my rules, and entered right here on this candle as soon as we inverted, and immediately got stopped out. Immediately. This 5-minute happened, and I was way oversized. I broke multiple rules. I'll go over them. I traded 2 different firms at the same time. I was trading Take Profit Trader and Apex at the same time. I never do that. I trade one firm at a time. I oversized. 2 rules. I did not wait for an A+ setup to trade my funded account. That's another one. I only take A+ setups on my funded. And what was the other one? I mean, I wasn't in my kill zone. 130 is not, 125 is not in my kill zone. So I went full doofus mode, for lack of a better word that would more accurately describe it. And broke rules, and I paid the price, man. That's what happens when you break your rules. I'm not immune to it. It was dumb, and I paid heavy for it. So overtraded, yeah. Yep, it was dumb. So lived and learned. I've lived and learned that same mistake several times. Hopefully that time is the last time. I had done so well all morning, man. Anybody who's in here can attest to that. I had done so well keeping my finger off the button. We were waiting for that move. We were waiting for the inversion of the 5, which I should have kept waiting for. But we had 2 5 minutes that it inverted, and I was like, we're definitely going up here. We were not going up. We immediately went down. So I could have kept that to myself because no one saw me do it, to be honest. But I didn't feel like that was the right thing to do. I wanted people to know that I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, and I'm willing to share those because maybe somebody can learn from it. My problem is when I call a move, don't get in and then enter the other way, try to get the wrong move. Yeah. You're not watching me anymore, Tristan? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I let you down, bro. I appreciate that, JW. I way oversized too, man. My loss on that, I lost 600 on funded and 1,200 on multiple evals. I never do that. I never trade a mini on a funded. I traded a mini on a funded instead of the 5 micros that I typically would have traded. So stupid. 1 contract brings 10 pounds of muscle. Nah, you're good, man. Save your gifts. Save your money. I do appreciate gifts, but I'm not going to sit here and ask for you to send me gifts, man. I'm good. Pete, I wouldn't call myself a mentor, man. I'm learning. I'm a student. I'm a student more than anything. I'm a student right there with you guys. I don't hold myself out to be a mentor, man. I got way too much to learn before I can call myself that. I know enough to teach people the basics. Most of it has been trial and error for me. Anything that I haven't learned on my own, I've learned from either PJ or from YouTube. Oh, Jim, bro. Yeah. Yeah. You too, Steven. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you being here. Senior. Vic, I don't know, man. I'm looking at a mess is what I'm looking at. Maybe a break of structure on the 5 for lower, but that would just be a quick scalp down to this 5-minute maybe. I don't think I'm still bullish on the day overall. I think this is just a retrace, but who freaking knows, man? This PA is not, it's not in my wheelhouse. Hey, bro, keep up good work. We all falling bad. See you soon. If you got a Discord, yeah, I gotta here. I'll throw the link in the chat, man. Link to the Discord's in the chat. I need to start putting more content on there. I've said that for like a week now. I'm sure the people who have already been in there are like, "What's up?" I really need to do that. I told myself I'm gonna do that today as soon as I get off the charts. Yeah, there's some really good people in there, it seems. I like to keep the Discord professional, but still like to have fun. I just don't want it to turn into like, I've been in some other Discords that have kind of devolved into a locker room, or like gets a lot of unserious people in there. I want to be serious about this. This is life-changing stuff right here. This is a profession, and I want to treat it like that, but I still want to have fun. So just keep that in mind. It's not a playground. I appreciate you, Jay. I thought about that, Tristan. I think I'm going to add a gym section too, and maybe even a gaming section to that. I know a lot of people don't game, but I do. I enjoy it. It's a good way to blow off steam for me. Hang out with my brother, gaming with him. He was just here in the chat a second ago. Car section would be sick too, yeah. Yeah. Today I'm going to be playing the Battlefield beta that just came back out. Kind of pumped about that. I play a little bit of everything, man. Warzone has been my thing for a while. That's what I play with my brother and my buddies on. R6, I haven't been playing that recently. Apex is fun. I like Apex. I recently started playing Apex a little bit again. I've been so busy with stuff, man. I haven't really had time to game as much as I would normally like. Trade AM, Mike. Moon, I haven't played War Thunder, no. I know what it is, and I've seen it. It looks pretty sick. Civ's fun. Yeah, Civ's cool. I like some really nerdy games, man. I like Star Citizen. Probably not many people have heard of that. It's a fun game. So responsible. I appreciate that, Zach. What do you bench? I don't know what my max is currently. I work out with 315. Sell limit didn't get hit. Hey, that happens, man. Got to watch it. Just wave to it. I don't play League, man. No, I know a guy who does. A guy in my family plays it. He's all about it. I'm not too big into those games. I tried to get into World of Warcraft, as nerdy as that is, and it's fun, but it's just like doesn't get my dopamine flowing the way like getting a Warzone win does, or something like that. We got 45 seconds before we invert this 15 right here. I'll check that out, Tristan. I am natty right now, yeah. I am currently natty. I take TRT, but my levels are that of a natural. You got 2 hours, Matt. Speaks at 1 hour and 45 minutes. The older Star Wars games are fun, man. Testosterone. Yeah, it changed mine too, man. Yeah, I'm not seeing any setups here, bro. I'm definitely not. I'm not seeing anything worth taking a chance on. Um, I'd be real careful getting involved in this. Yeah, I have no clue. Your guess is as good as mine. We're gapped up, down and up. Pete, you too? 57? Yeah, you got to, man. Got to. Trace, would you consider that a break? It's barely, man. Maybe barely. Right? I'm marking that correctly? Or do you go by the wick? The body or the wick? You go off the wick? Go by wick? I think it's weird. T-Trades teaches going by the wick for like a breaker. I've always gone by the body. I don't know, maybe I was taught wrong, but the body is typically how I mark out my breakers. What's the side effect? I haven't really noticed anything. If you're running it super high, you'll lose your hair. I can tell you that. I can definitely tell you that. If you're susceptible to hair loss and you run it too high, you'll get hair loss. This is Nasdaq. Oh, I have before, yeah, definitely. I've run several things before. I'm not gonna lie about that. I had a point where I just wanted to see how big I could get. I think I achieved it. Satisfied. Satisfied with where I got. Jay, I had somebody I know very close to me tell me that they've switched to that too. Instead of doing it twice a week, they switched to the daily. I don't want to pin that often, man. I feel like a damn pin cushion. This is the 5 minute. Whoever was asking. I see you're thinking there, Tristan. Just not sure I want to risk it, man. I definitely see you're thinking though. Yeah, Monday and Thursday. That reminds me today. I got to do it. Yeah, I do shoulders too. shoulders and glutes. I would stick to regulated brokers, man. Definitely stick to regulated brokers. It's respecting this 2 minute. Just kidding. No, still respecting it. This is why I'm not interested in taking anything, man. It's just, so we're breaking structure now on the 5. Potentially, if this candle closes. Good job, Roma. That's nice, man. $1K on the day. Very nice. That was unfunded, Tristan. That's tough, man. That's tough. Don't tilt. You know the deal. Nah, Alex, we haven't. I mean, I don't know what I would have traded in this mess, unless I could just take a blind long, I guess. Yeah, ES pre-market, there was a short setup that I was eyeballing right here. And then I didn't really want to be in on the news, so. I had it marked out and everything. Your voice sounds like Travis Kelce. There's the move lower right there, potentially. Yeah, this is just going down. I had to use those free ones, man. It's a tough day, dude. It's a tough day. I'd be shocked to know that people are having a ton of success in this, to be honest. I'm sure somebody is. I mean, unless they're just taking blind positions. If they're taking blind positions, that's the only way I can see somebody. There's no way you can predict this sort of price action, in my opinion, unless I'm just naive. No, exactly. No A plus setups for sure. Did you make it back, Juan? Not yet. I'm waiting to hear back from them. We're trying to get something with my funded futures. Trying to get something with Take Profit, my funded futures, and with Tradeify. Would like to get a code from each of them. Nah, no trades. Sorry. Didn't have that properly positioned there for you guys. We haven't taken a trade today. Talks at 1, I believe, right? All right, Chase, take it easy. I'm not sure, man. This is just not, this is ugly. Yeah, full port one, short the other. There you go. Very nice. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it. This is not pretty. This is not what I want to get involved in. No trades for me. Nothing here. Maybe tomorrow will be better. We got news. We have um, fuck me, wrong button. Yeah, we got news 8:30 tomorrow and then 10 o'clock tomorrow. So hopefully we can find something then. You guys take it easy. This is garbage. Please protect your mental capital and your actual capital. So tomorrow's a new day. Don't feel like you have to press and take a trade when there's nothing really convincing to trade. You don't. There's no A+ setup in here. So at best you're looking at a C+ setup, maybe a B- at the most. Even then, I think that's pushing it. So you guys take it easy. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat one more time. The link for the Discord's in the chat if anybody wants to join. Some solid people in there. I'll be sharing more trades and maybe some educational stuff that people want to see. So yeah, other than that, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back. Be smart. Follow your rules. Talking to myself too. Follow your rules. All right, take it easy. Later, Zach.